To be honest, I'm not really a morning person. My alarm goes off at 6:30, but I usually end up hitting the snooze button at least 3 times. It's a bad habit, I know. By the time I actually drag myself out of bed, I'm already pressed for time. I stumble into the kitchen, still half asleep, to fix myself a strong cup of coffee. I can't function without caffeine. While the coffee is brewing, I splash some cold water on my face to wake my brain up. I quickly grab a bite, usually just a piece of toast, and check the weather app to see what I should wear. If I'm lucky, I don't have to deal with a closet crisis and can just throw on something casual. I head out around 8:15. If I catch the bus on time, I can zone out and listen to a podcast for 20 minutes. But most days, the traffic is bumper to bumper, which is a total nightmare. Once I set foot in the office, it's nonstop. I have to plow through a mountain of emails before the first meeting starts. My boss is a bit of a micromanager, so I have to make sure I'm always on top of my tasks. Around 11 a.m., I usually start to lose steam, so I take a quick breather and chat with my colleagues at the water cooler. We usually talk shop for a bit before getting back to the grind. When lunch hour rolls around, I'm usually starving. I try to avoid eating at my desk because I need a change of scenery. Sometimes I grab takeout from the deli downstairs, and other times I meet up with a friend to catch up on life. We don't just talk about work. We shoot the breeze about movies, sports, or our weekend plans. It's a great way to recharge my batteries. If someone tells a funny story, we all crack up. It's these little moments that make the workday bearable. By 5 p.m., I'm ready to call it a day. I wrap up whatever I'm working on and log off. The commute home feels longer because I'm drained. When I finally get home, the first thing I do is kick off my shoes and change into some comfy clothes. I usually whip up a quick dinner. Nothing fancy, just something to fill me up. After cleaning up the kitchen, I like to unwind by binge-watching a series on Netflix or scrolling through social media. It's my time to decompress and forget about the stresses of the day. As it gets late, I start my nighttime routine. I try to stay off my phone at least 30 minutes before bed because the blue light messes with my sleep. I might read a few pages of a book to clear my head. Sometimes, if I have a lot on my mind, I jot down a to-do list for tomorrow so I don't toss and turn all night. Finally, I hit the sack around midnight. It's been a long day, and I'm ready to conk out the moment my head hits the pillow. Life doesn't always go according to plan, does it? Just when I thought I had everything under control, my car broke down in the middle of the highway. I was fuming. I had to pull over and call for a tow truck. This is exactly what I mean when I say I have rotten luck sometimes. While waiting, I had to touch base with my clients to reschedule our morning call. I hate being the person who flakes out at the last minute, but I had no choice. I had to keep my cool and not let the situation get the best of me. Eventually, I caught an Uber, but the whole ordeal really threw a wrench in my works. It's funny how a small mechanical issue can set you back hours. Back at the office, the atmosphere was a bit tense. Apparently, 2 of my colleagues had a falling out over a project deadline. Everyone was walking on eggshells, trying not to take sides. I try my best to steer clear of office politics, but sometimes you just get sucked in. My desk mate tried to fill me in on all the juicy details, but I told her I was up to my ears in work. You have to draw the line somewhere, right? I prefer to keep it professional. Later that afternoon, the manager called a meeting to clear the air. It was a bit awkward at first, but we managed to iron out our differences and get back on track. At the end of the day, we're all in the same boat. I've been trying to get back in shape lately, so I headed to the gym after work. I'll be honest, I was not feeling it at all. My muscles were still sore from Monday's workout, and I just wanted to hit the couch. But I told myself, no excuses. I started with some light cardio to get the blood flowing. Then I moved on to some weightlifting. I'm trying to build muscle and boost my metabolism, but it's a slow process. Halfway through my set, I felt like I was going to pass out, but I pushed through. You know what they say, no pain, no gain. After a quick shower, I felt like a new person. That endorphin rush is totally worth the struggle. On my way home, I realized the fridge was bone dry, so I had to stop by the supermarket. I hate grocery shopping when I'm hungry because I end up impulse buying a bunch of junk food I don't need. I tried to stick to my list, but those buy one, get one free deals always get me. The checkout line was miles long, and the person in front of me was faffing about with their coupons. I had to bite my tongue and wait patiently. Finally, I got my bags, loaded them into the Uber, and headed home. Adulting is basically just a series of endless errands, isn't it? But hey, at least now I have enough milk for my morning coffee. Before calling it a night, I had a long phone call with my best friend. She's going through a rough patch, so I wanted to be there for her. We talked for over an hour, just pouring our hearts out. It's important to have someone you can confide in when things get tough. We talked about our long-term goals and where we see ourselves in 5 years. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind and forget the big picture. Talking to her really put things into perspective for me. I realized that despite the car trouble and the office drama, I have a lot to be grateful for. Life is a roller coaster, with its ups and downs, but it's the people we love that make the ride worthwhile. Thank you very much. Practice these phrases, use them in real conversations, and notice the difference. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to speak English confidently.